Welcome to another episode of Beyond Chronic Disease. My name is Wendy Gathercole. I'm your host. How are you this week? Last week, I did another episode on fear and something that I was so scared to do in my sport. Did you listen to it? Maybe it relates to something in your life. It doesn't have to be the exact same situation, but I'm sure if you're fearful of something, you'll get something out of it. Okay, this week I want to talk about fire ants and well-being. What have they got to do with each other? Well, lots. I'll make a couple of points. So we have been treating fire ants in our local area to an eradication party, and it's worked like a charm. Now, I have been bitten by fire ants quite a lot. We have a lot in areas that we habitat that we venture out into, all those things. So firstly, the awareness, okay, is really important for your well-being. To be aware of a situation that could be detrimental. That's the first thing that's instrumental in your well-being, to be aware. If you have an awareness, then you have the ability to be able to control how you respond to it and how the outcome is. So with the fire ants, so my awareness was we have fire ants. I knew that. So when I'm out in my garden, to be mindful that they are there, and they bloody hurt when they bite you. And it's not just a little one flash in the pan sting. Oops, sorry. I've got to put my phone on silent. Not a little flash in the pan sting. Like I've had my whole hand and halfway up my arm so inflamed from the toxins, I guess, that they put in you, and they're tiny, tiny little microscopic, super, super speedy ants, and they pack a punch. And I've had plenty of those punches. So the awareness of them being in my garden, that's cool. I know that they're there. It was very difficult to not get stung by them, though. So we treated them to this little eradication party and got home from being away recently and decided to just give it a go, see what's happening out there in the garden. So went out there and they were gone, which was very pleasing. So my awareness, my awareness to the actual point that I want to make about your well-being is we really need to take responsibility for everything in our life ourselves. Okay, so we can blame the government. We can blame the shipping companies that brought the ants in. Did they? Probably guess so. That's what the media told us, right? We can play the blame game for everything in our lives, even the fire ants. But until we take responsibility ourselves, nothing will change, okay? The only thing that will change, I'll start that again. Unless we take responsibility for ourselves, nothing changes. Now, what do I mean by that? Unless you start, doing the eradication yourself, you're going to every day, if you want to go into the garden, you get bitten, or you know that they're there, every day you're going to blame the property developers, the government, the fire and eradication program not working, I don't know, the chemical that you treat it with It's not working. They're just making money out of it. All of these things are blame situations, and all they are doing is making you sick because you are stressing your mind and body about the situation that you're not doing anything about, but you're blaming everyone else about it. Yeah, whatever. You're blaming everybody else for it. Okay. So what does that change? It doesn't change anything. It just makes you angry. It makes you frustrated. I mean, angry is a great word. Let's stick with angry. It just makes you angry. And what does angry do? It puts stress on your body. Everything that's not a good feeling stresses your body. And when you get stress in your body, it becomes sick. You may be listening to this thinking, well, that's not true, Wendy. Okay, so do you feel good? Is your mind clear? Do you have any aches and pains in your body? Do you take medications for heart palpitations? Do you take medication for headaches? I don't know, whatever. Do you suffer from neck pain, shoulder ache, stomach upsets? All these things are just some aspects of what can happen in your body when you are playing the blame game. Now, when you take responsibility for something that's been driving you insane for a long, long time, the feeling is amazing. Like when you get that result that you've always wanted, it's actually difficult to explain how bloody good it feels because you have done it. You've mastered that yourself. It eliminates all the stresses and all the ick from your mind and body. So what does what do fire ants have to do with your well-being? Or nothing really. It's not the fire ants. It's what you do with a situation and what outcome you achieve from that situation, which blows your well-being to the sky in a good way. So taking responsibility, there is no point. I mean, in the world today, oh my gosh, isn't that interesting? We're blaming everybody for what's going on. How's it making you feel? I know how it's making you feel. You don't need to tell me. Oh, but Wendy, we can't do anything about it. Well, yes, we can. We can be aware of the situation. We're aware of possibly some petrol stations maybe not having petrol or whatever. We can be aware of that. But it's what you do with that is how your body responds. We don't want to get sick in this day and age. Okay, maybe we won't have petrol to get us to the hospital, right? So if you don't want to get sick, have that awareness and change the way you think and act upon it. So stop playing the blame game. Just be responsible for everything that you do and say and think, and you will notice a direct correlation in your body and mind for your well-being when you change that up. I mean, you can do a little test. You can think about something that really, really irks you and feel where that sits in your body and mind. Like straight away, you may be unable to focus, maybe. I mean, who knows? You get a sick feeling in your stomach. And then think about how you can change that or how you can speak differently about that. Because until you do, you will be stuck, you'll be stressed, and stuck and sick for a long time. And I'm actually in the process of doing a course about this. So I will keep you posted, and you can click on the link in the show notes and put your inquiry about it, or keep up to date with what I'm doing in all my socials. So it's all in the show notes. So fire ants and your well-being. Firstly, the awareness will create so much more space in your mind and body. And then when you take responsibility and you act and do something for you and change the situation, change the outcome for the betterment for you, you will be surprised at how much, just how much better you feel. Full stop. Okay, I'm not going to go on from there. So, fire ants and your well-being, awareness and responsibility, the two biggest factors in your well-being today. I will see you next week. Bye. And watch out for fire ants because they are nasty little suckers. Bye.